Hey, Elizabeth. I haven't seen you in years. God bless you and your hubby. So, have you ever been to an event where they have the centerpiece on the table, and at the end of the event, everyone is reaching for it? Or even worse, the centerpiece has wilted. Maybe the water dried out, maybe they didn't put enough water, and it kind of looks kind of lopsided. I'm going to share with you today three types of centerpieces that are eco-focused and you can get more use out of them. All right. My name is Melody Dixon, and I'm the CEO and founder of Pro Event Planners, curators of eco-focused events. So I help people who are steeped in all things sustainability. They have that way of being in their personal life. They're watching the amount of energy they use, water wastage, food wastage, and they take it into their business so that in their company, they're not wasting paper, wasting time, wasting money, wasting energy. I also support people who have no idea about sustainability or being eco-focused. And what I do is I take their hands and we make uh, baby eco-focused steps that over time make a big impact, a positive impact on the environment. So what is sustainability? Sustainability is meeting the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. To me, that means we get to live as expansive and as creative as we want. We get to go on vacations wherever we want. So we get to start businesses, make art, create recipes, start a garden, do sports, all of the things that we want to do to live our expansive life. But we do so intentionally so that we're not using off all the resources and not leaving any for our kids, and family and friends 10 generations deep. So that's what sustainability is to me. Now, there are three pillars to sustainability. The first one is to reduce. That means we reduce the amount of things that we're using. We don't have to use it all, and we don't have to use it all today. We can strategize and be uh, thoughtful. Hey, Miss Ken. God bless you. Happy New Year. We get to be resourceful in what we're using. So we reduce what we're already using. We reuse what we already have instead of buying more. Let's say you bought some things, you can't find it. Look for it until you find it instead of just going to buy more because it's just easier. Better yet, when you buy things, have a place for it. So whenever you're looking for that particular thing, you go to that spot to go get it. So you don't have to wonder and you waste your time looking around the place. So that's time wasting. And then you go drive to another place to go buy the thing that you lost in the house. So that's wasting of energy and wasting of money and wasting of time. All right. And the third pillar of sustainability is the third pillar of sustainability is to what? Let me see what what's this kind of thing. Sent a request to be in your live video. Ooh. Let me share what I'm talking about and then you let me know. All right. So the third pillar of sustainability is recycle. That means we have things that we use in our house. Let me use this as an example. I make candles and it comes in just a regular votive container, almost like a 4 ounce. And once the candle is done and I clear out all the flowers and things that's in there, what can I use the container for? Lots of things. I can use it to store paper clips or thumbtacks or gardening label. Like I have these little white signs that you can write the name of the plant you just planted and stick it in the soil. I can store it in this container. I can store pins and needles. I can put tea and get a cover for it. And I have a garden, so I could dry some peppermint. And once it's dry, kind of crush it and fill this. It'll be a container for mint tea or any kind of tea. So if you take the time to think, you'll be able to find ways to reuse what you already have. Even if you get a can of peas and you've thrown out the peas, you've cooked, made your soup or your stew or whatever it is, you can put holes in the bottom of the can, put rocks on the bottom, put soil, and you can use it as a planter, plant something, anything. And it has the right drainage, it's the right size for new plants. And you can, when the plant is large enough or it gets too large for that container, you can pull it out with the soil still attached and plant it in something bigger, or plant it in the soil in the ground. And you can still have more life out of that same can. It's just a way to take care of the environment. Now, it's typically 3 pillars of sustainability, but I like to add a fourth one, and that is upcycling. This is where you take old things or things that you're not using anymore and you convert it into something else. There used to be a show on HGTV called Flea Market Flip. If you've ever watched that show, put a 1 in the comments for me. I used to binge that. My daughter and I used to binge that all the time, because they would get so many different challenges and they would go to a flea market and buy old cribs or strollers or old bicycles or vintage bathtubs and convert it into something completely different. The good thing with that is you exercise your creativity, because God made us expansive and creative, so we get to exercise that. We're also reusing and upcycling old things, and then you create something new that you can sell and make some money. So if it's sustainable, it also gets to make money. All right. On that note, today I'm going to share with you 3 centerpieces that are plant-based that can be used. 3 potted plants that are, it's real plants. It's not silk flowers. You can use it as a centerpiece, and I'm going to give you some logistics behind how that can work. So the first one is going to be this one. This I used at a corporate event on the cocktail table, because they wanted to be sustainable and they wanted to give away the potted plants at the end of the event. And the colors were red and white. So luckily the containers were white. And the bud, it opens out just like the leaf, but the color is red. I think that was in 2022, and I've kept the plant and taken care of it, and it's bloomed several times. And it's so simple. You keep it watered, you keep the roots covered with soil, and you can water it really well before you bring it to the event so that the leaves are full and open, and it's very attractive. And it also softens the space a little bit, because it was a corporate event for a cell phone company and they had a lot of tech equipment around. It just felt kind of cold. And when you add the softness and the colors of the plant, it just kind of softens the atmosphere and adds some good vibes to it. So I've had this since 2022. So you can use it at the end of the event as a giveaway. Maybe you can raffle it off. Maybe you could just give it to whoever was sitting at the table. So that's number 1. The second one is this one behind me here. It's kind of heavy. Don't know if you can see it. It's a big glass container and it has pothos. Pothos are these plants. Every Caribbean family has these in their house. It grows on a vine. If you have the worst green thumb ever, you can still take care of this plant. It doesn't need a lot of water. So even if you let the soil dry out for a few days, it's fine. Or if it grows in water, just like this one. This one here is in water and this one here has soil. And they grow perfectly fine. Now, you can, I guess, reorganize it before the event. Maybe like give it 2 weeks before the event. You can put it in the shape of the container. Like instead of, maybe you don't want it hanging down all the way, you can cut, have it catch, and plant it back so it looks fuller in the container. And that too, you can raffle off or donate or give away at the end of the event. For higher end events, you can use orchids like this one right here. This one was in, I've had it for a long time, so the roots are just unruly. But if you, I guess, Home Depot, Lowe's, any plant nursery places, they have really neat ones that's, fairly young, and they have this is Phalaenopsis, and one in the center of the table is perfectly fine, especially if you're having an Asian themed event. Same thing, you can give it away, you can keep it with the company and maybe put it in the lobby. So many unique things. Now, the reason why I recommend plants as centerpieces is because it's eco-focused. That means you're not wasting any material by using a plant as a centerpiece. You're not using silk flowers, which is made of plastic. You're not cutting down flowers from other countries and shipping them over here with all the chemicals and the pesticides, and then having to have somebody deliver it. It's just not that labor intensive. The plant nurseries already have them, and sometimes they can have them in moss, and you could drop them in whatever color container you want to match your event. Let me know if you've ever thought of that. It's so simple, and it's such a gift that keeps on giving. Unless you have really, really horrendous green thumb, these are simple plants. Now, you can look online and see what plants are in season when you're having your event and go there. Or if you are not too sure, you can talk with the people at the nurseries. Tell them what you want to do. They can help you find the right size plant and then explain to you how to take care of it. Now, I typically have a florist manage all my centerpieces for large events. For smaller events, I can do those myself. I have a vendor in Hialeah. We go get the flowers. I treat them the night before, snip and make sure they're fully bloomed and open and really hydrated. And then I make the arrangements on the day of. What they can also do is to have plants around the same size. They can pick them out for you and save them for you instead of you having to walk around and try to piece it together. It may cost a little bit extra, but that support is much, much needed. All right. Now, if you're having an event and you don't want to be bothered with going to the nursery, trying to figure it out, trying to read up on how to take care of each plant, let's take care of that for you. I have vendors who they have such a green thumb that they can make sticks grow. So let's connect. My name is Melody Dixon, CEO and founder of Pro Event Planners, curators of eco-focused events. To give you some more support, in the link of this live for YouTube and in the link in my bio for Instagram, there is my Pro Event package. This is the package where you and I sit down and talk about your event, what you want to do, if and how you want to go eco-focused, or you can ask me what is the best way to go eco-focused, and I'll jump right in and show you ways to make your event look wonderful without breaking the bank and still while loving on the planet. All right, so the link is in the description of the live for YouTube. The link is in the bio for Instagram. Any questions, please DM me. It's my pleasure. Now, if you look at the package and you're wanting something different, please email me. My email address is info@myproeventplanners.com. And this was just a quick live to talk about these three. I just love them so much. We'll talk tomorrow again. I will be here with another topic. And the series is about the best way to handle event planning challenges in an eco-focused way, but handle it like a pro as well. So that's where I come in to serve everyone. All right. Thank you so much for joining me on this quick live, and I will see you tomorrow.